We are live. Welcome in, everybody. Excuse my voice. I know I don't sound like myself because um, it's just my voice is gone. And if you say anything like, these days it's come down to if you say anything like, "Oh, I'm a bit ill," oh boy, then you're in trouble. You better go and get tested. So I'm not like that, and I'm not saying that. So welcome in, everybody. Just so you know. Why I'm speaking this way. Growler is in the house. Hi, Growler.
G'day, sis. How are you, mate?
How are you up there, buddy? How's it
Yeah,
going?
yeah, good, good, good. We're moving on, and just doing this and doing that, and had to drop the car in today to get a bit of a service,
Right,
and just doing research and doing
right.
a bit of work in the garden, and do some more work in the garden after this. So yeah, so everything's going well.
Excellent, mate. Well, excellent. Well, I was just going to tell everybody because I can't talk very much tonight that
Mm.
you're going to be speaking about a few things. You're going to be speaking about the Temple Mount tonight.
Yep,
Growler will
yep.
be. Growler's also speaking about the EU. And he will also be filling you in a bit about the Evergrande saga. So
Mm.
it will be very interesting what he's got for us, I think, because I haven't heard what he's got to say at all. Um, I would just like to say to everybody, thank you for being here. We do love you, and we are really appreciative that we have this family because I know you guys have been praying, and I've really needed your prayers because I've had a really bad time the last week. I'll just be honest. And um, there's big changes in my life now, happening now, and I need your prayers. So if you could please pray for, and that's all of us, here. So Messi, Growler, he needs prayers. We all need them. Um, Australia is getting very um, let's say, locked down very
Mm.
shortly. It's going to get very vicious. It's going to get, um, everything will be enforced. I can see this. I've been shown this. So it's time to go. So please pray that we get that path right. And I always pray that the family, that the Father has us all under his wings. That's all I can do, guys, because even all the research I do and everything, it's worth nothing if we don't act upon it and put it into use and put it into the physical. All this spiritual stuff we know, well, a lot of that's going to now manifest into the physical. Sorry about my voice. And that's why we're going to have to be literally doing these physical things that we can only be led by the Holy Spirit to do. So um, I'm praying for you all, and please pray for us over here. Um, we're doing our best. Here comes that citation over us here, Growler.
Oh, okay
Can you
then.
hear it? Can you hear it?
Uh,
No, you didn't
no,
hear it.
no.
Oh, I love that one. I want
Uh,
to go on that one. So I'd
uh,
just like to
no,
say,
they're
I
only
want
45 million. It's all right.
to, before we start, I want to say a quick hello. I'm going to say hi, Ben. How's Coffs Harbour? I love you. Shane Barber, praying for you guys, you and your wife. Sorry about my voice. Rayetta Lee, hello, sweetheart. How are you? Good to see you always. Dupsy Daisy's in the house. And Shani S. Shanae? Shani.
Cheyenne. Cheyenne is
Cheyenne. I can never
Cheyenne.
get it right.
Cheyenne rocks. Cheyenne rocks.
I know she
Yeah.
does, but I can't say her
He,
name. I
he,
feel
he.
horrible.
So he.
Oh, he. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We've got Mandy right. Welcome, Mandy. Nice to see you. I hope you get some good information out of this, you guys who are new. Shadow Tracks, welcome. Welcome.
Mm,
Mandy, right. There you are again.
mm.
Trisha's in the house. Fudge. Fudge, fudge, fudge.
Fudgy. Kava.
Thank you, mate, for all your emails. Spencer Murphy, thank you for your emails. Thank you so much. Real Bible, Real Life. Hi, guys. How yous going?
Mm.
Eric Dunaway, always a pleasure. Parkway,
Yeah.
always a pleasure too. Absolutely. Tammy, hi, mate. How's it going, sweetie? Melissa Helm, she's here. Laurie
Melissa.
Mudge. Laurie Mudge, welcome. Bill Stegman was first in the house. So, welcome, Bill. You were first here today. See, so this is like a family. I love it. NC,
Mm.
hi, Anne. I nearly missed you. And Carver's in the
Kava.
house too.
Kava.
Carver's in the house
Redeemed.
too.
Yep.
Carver Redeemed in the house. I love Carver Redeemed. I've heard her talk.
She's fantastic.
I've
Utterly
heard her
fantastic.
talk. I think I've
Yeah.
heard her talk. Forgiven and blessed. Hi, darling. How are you? All right. If I've missed any of you, TJ Antipas, welcome. Peter of Barbaria. Love it. That's a good one. Our dear Anne Walsworth, she will be in the house. I'm sure Messi put up a thing for this before, so maybe a few people are late. Jinder, welcome. Jinder, new sub, welcome, mate. Well, I hope you stay tuned and listen, and please forgive my voice. I must sound so awful. And Dwayne, always good. Thank you for your emails, Dwayne. Keep them coming, mate. I do.
Yeah.
I read everybody's emails.
Yeah. Dwayne's awesome.
Southern Mercy from USA. Welcome, my darling. All right. Well, we're gonna have a prayer first of all, and then we're gonna get Growler to give us the information he's got, because we only want to hear from the Holy Spirit through Growler, and that's what he does. So, Father, in the name of Yeshua, in the name of the elect one, your Son, who shed his blood for us, Father, I pray that you just put your Holy Spirit upon this stream. I pray that you cover everybody in that precious covering. Cover us with your wings. Let us be separate from the world as we do this. Let us know that you are with us and that you're guiding our steps, and that this is just hearing and doing this is just part of a little journey to make us stronger. Help us put our armor on every day and help us fix those holes that are in it so that we can't get shot. Father, please protect us and let Growler just have the words of your words, that his mouth will, and the things he's learned, that it will come from you. And I pray for healing and physical protection upon us. And please protect the stream. Please. And I really pray this in the name of the elect one that you sent to die for us. Thank you, Father. So be it. Thank you. Yeshua's name. Okay. Growler.
Okay.
I know that you always do your work, and I know we're not together anymore. We will be soon. We will be in a minute. I'm getting ready for that. Okay. Yeah, Rayetta, I have got a massive glass of water next to me. Thank you. And I do. I've got like one of those big old milkshake cups from the 50s full of good water, not tap water. So thank you for that. I love it when people say, they're trying to help you out. Now, okay, so to you, Growler, this is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah.
Okay. All right. First of all,
Anne's in the house. Thank you.
yes,
Here she is.
that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to
Sorry.
say. Anne just popped up. Anne, our beautiful dear sister.
We've been waiting for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we love you. We love you, Anne. And thanks for coming in, mate. And I just want to say a quick hi to Rayetta Lee and Carver Redeemed and Cheyenne S. Thanks very much. And Dwayne, you're very precious here, mate. And thank you for all your good comments and everything. It's been greatly appreciated. And big hi to Fudge, Southern Mercy, Eric Dunaway, and our awesome brother Shane Barber. And just quickly, Trixie said she saw me at a protest. Was I at a protest? Was I? Okay. I wouldn't have
Actually,
come home. Oh,
Growler,
yeah.
that's funny. There is no coincidences because
Mm.
was it Messi or was it Jade said showed me something and looked at it and it was you. So maybe it was that.
Oh,
Maybe I
okay.
saw that. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay. Because
yeah.
I did have a look at a church, and then there was a bit of a rally, but it wasn't a protest, or everyone was just sitting around, so it might have been that. So I wasn't. Yeah. So, but yes, I don't participate in those because I think most protests are Masonic, and it only serves their order and what they
It's
have
what
to
they want.
achieve.
It's what
That's
they
right.
want. Yeah, you're playing into
So,
their hands.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay,
So,
so
yeah.
what do you got
So,
for us, man?
okay, so now there's a few things. I'm just going to touch on a few subjects here because they've got the so-called Iranian nuclear talks, the JCPOA talks over in Austria, and I already know that's designed to fail. That's just the way it is. But I want to see what sort of rhetoric and BS that's coming out of it. And on top of that as well, Biden is. Going to talk to Putin. It's
Ah,
just a script. That's all it is, and it's all designed to fail. I already know that, but I just want to see how these people are talking now. All you Putin mothers out there, and that sort of thing, get off the train because Putin is part of the World Economic Forum big time. That's just the way it is. They're all puppets and they're following a script. So don't be sucked into Putin's good and NATO and the US and Biden's really pissing off Putin and all this sort of stuff. It's just the way it's supposed to go. I
mm,
mean, you have a look at Putin, you have a look at Xi, you have a look at Biden, you have a look at EU member states, NATO, all that. They're all on the phone, and they're all on the phone together. Behind the scenes, going, yeah, see, we fooled them. So when it says nation rises up against nation, kingdom against kingdom, it's been happening now for a long time, but you have to have a central focal point for that to happen. And as I will still keep going back to that, the Vatican is a foreign country within a country. Okay, so that's where
that's
HQ
right.
is. That's just the way it is. Okay, so they've been given their script by all these countries have been given their script to do this and to do that and all that because war, if you have a look at war, it's an economy unto itself. Slave trading, organ trading, sex trading, drug trading, military industrial complex. Tenders go out and they make billions and trillions out of it. So really, it's all about creating the order and all that sort of stuff. So a divided kingdom can't stand. So, and that's what the papacy and the Jesuit order, especially because that's the military arm of the Vatican. So if don't be fooled. Putin might sound awesome, and we can't stand the US. They've been going to war with other countries. We're just defending ourselves. It's all scripted. It's just all scripted.
Absolutely, my
That
brother.
is that is what I want to put to you guys. And
Good.
so just keep that in mind. Don't believe anything you see on the MSN. There's sometimes they tell you the truth in some sort of way. You just got to start picking little bits out of it and putting backing it up with scripture and say, what does scripture say? All this sort of stuff. So. The first thing I'm going to go on to before we play the video, you can see a seismic shift happening with the orange juice, okay? And I think Europe were the forefront. Europe were the forefront at the start with lockdowns and all this sort of stuff, and then it followed out through the rest of the world. And as I keep saying, Russia and China. They're already trained. They're already communist, basically. That's just the way it is. So that's why you're seeing basically the fall of Western civilizations, and that's what I've reiterated through the streams before. And I will keep doing that until people get it into their head. So it's all
Till
scripted.
it's over.
So the thing is. The thing is, they're trying different things in different countries. Now, here in Queensland, we've got a lockout. So a lockout on December 17th. Will they? It's basically a lockdown, but it's not. So if you've seen Austria, Germany, Spain are going to go through it. Italy's going to do it, and all that sort of thing. They're going to lock down the unjuiced, and on top of that, they're going to sign it into
Hey,
law. They're going to sign it into
FPV.
law. Yep,
Hey,
they're going to
FPV.
they're
That's
going to
right. Kick
sign.
on.
Yeah, they're going to sign it into law. February, I think about 4 different European countries, and they're all going to follow. Because, like I said to you before, Sis, and I've said on the stream before, I do not believe the numbers that they're giving people. They say
No.
80% Jew, so it's all crap.
Nope.
It really is, and
It is.
that's just the way it is. So why would you have to go through all these restrictions and all this and lockdowns and lockouts and list goes on if you've got so many done? So that doesn't
Oh,
make
now all
sense.
the now all the vaccinated here are getting angry. I've been speaking to
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
and they're going, "Hang on, why do we have to having?
mm,
Why
yeah,
can't we just? Yeah, they said we could do this, and now we can't.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
happening.
yeah.
It is
Yeah.
happening.
That's right. So freedom's not going to return. That's it. They're going to open the borders for a week or two, or that sort of thing. Just throw them some crumbs, thinking that they've got some freedom back, and then it goes back to square one again. So this is designed to smash the psyche of you. This is designed to break down the spirit of people. As I said, it's a spiritual battle on a lot of levels. And what people have to understand, see, they're thinking physical. So many people, why they're falling down is they're thinking physical. So they're not seeing the spiritual side of it, and CB spelled backwards is Divok, which means to tear apart, demonic possession, all that sort of thing. So a lot of
That's
people don't
right. How many
understand it.
people know that? How many people know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. So,
Divok.
yeah.
Hey Joseph, how you going, darling? Hey Joseph. Good to see
Yeah.
you, mate. I hope you're doing well. No, how
You're,
many people understand that the actual and how many meanings that yummy crumb has? Because that's
mm,
what we got to call it.
mm.
Yummy crumb. Do
Can you
you
fix
know?
your, can you fix your microphone? It's coming out pretty funny.
I'm sorry, is that better?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm not sure what people can people hear that. Does Beck sound
Can I
okay?
get a can
That's
I get
better.
a
That's better. That's better. That's
okay.
better. So
Or
so this
right.
is all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. If you have a look, with Russia, Ukraine, you have a look at China, Taiwan, you have a look at Israel, Syria, Iran, and that sort of thing. I'm going to do a special next week about the Red Horse and the order of battle of China, Taiwan, Russia, Ukraine, NATO, then you've got Iran, and then you've got Israel, and then who Iran and everyone is siding with, like your Chinas, your Russias, all that sort of thing. So you can start to see that the biblical build-up and what you see in Revelation and Daniel and Ezekiel, Isaiah, all that sort of stuff. So the first thing that now this is going to come everywhere. So if they're going to do this in Europe, they're going to do this in Europe. It's going to come here. So I just want to play one video, and you can actually see the next phase of the operation that's coming. And then I'll go on to another subject and then another subject. So if you can play the first one there, Miss, that'd be good, mate.
G'day guys, Graham here. Hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself. So here's some alarming news. The President of the EU Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, I think that's how you pronounce it,
Von der Leyen.
she wants to get rid of the Nuremberg Code. So, these people really are super crazy, right? And this lady, if you could call her that, wants to basically get rid of the Nuremberg Code so they can make vaccinations mandatory in Europe. This is rather frightening. If such a thing should happen, it basically means that experimentation on the population of Europe is allowed. Now, the whole reason for the Nuremberg Code, as you're probably aware of, is to protect us from such things as experimentation with medication on populations. But should this woman get her way, we are in for some scary times ahead. And as we've seen, the Australian government tends to follow suit when it comes to these types of things coming out of Europe. So it's just a matter of time, I suppose, before people start talking about it here. Now, we're also seeing they want to give the jab to 5 to 11-year-olds here in Australia, even though it hasn't been fully cleared and nobody else is doing it. We're sort of jumping the gun and making this kind of thing happen. But unfortunately, the whole Nuremberg Code, for them, it's unfortunate. It protects us from these kinds of things, although it's just being completely ignored. Now, here in Australia, we're talking about Nuremberg 2, when at the moment they're trying to get rid of Nuremberg 1. So I don't really think our chances of seeing a Nuremberg 2 is going to be too good at the moment. Should these people that are up and coming politicians and current politicians who are saying that they are going to be out there fighting for our freedoms and making sure that these things don't happen, should they actually get any power and stop it, that'll be great. I'd love to see it. I still don't currently believe it, though. Now, this woman, Ursula, she's also got a connection with Pfizer. And as you can see in this photo here, she's quite happily hugging the CEO of Pfizer and making it pretty clear that they're good friends. So here we have yet another conflict of interest of people that are in charge of legislation that govern people in cahoots with a pharmaceutical company. But that's not really any news to us, is it? Because that's what's happening over and over and over again. And these people are making it pretty clear that they're willing to go to any lengths and stop at nothing to make sure that they spread their poison.
Okay. So
wow, so in your face. Look at them two.
Yeah. So it's basically here, two fallen looking romantically into their eyes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Now Ursula von der Leyen. That's her real name because she's actually
von der Leyen.
Yeah, von der Leyen. Von der Leyen.
Von der Leyen.
Yeah,
sorry.
Von der Leyen. No, that's the way it's actually. That's how it's produced. Yeah, Jane Fonda. Yeah. But yeah, so as you can see now, she's got she's got a German background, but she's actually a crypto Jew. And if you have a look at Baller, he's basically the same. And I'm not sure if people have seen the video of the Fizzer CEO. You know, his neck going everywhere and all that sort of thing, like a frog. I think you can search for it on YouTube. And his whole neck is moving. His whole neck is moving. So if you have a look at the European Union, you have a look at the ECB, which is the European Central Banks, all this sort of stuff. You know, they're all part of the family. They all work in concert. So as you can see, what they're going to make it mandatory in February. This is what they say. And that's going to go around the whole world between now and February 2nd. So I just want to let you guys know, you know, just keep an eye on that. Just keep an eye on that. And I think actually it's funny in Austria. Of course, there's a bit of kickback, and there's I think it's a €3,600 fine if you don't get it. And then on top of it, if you can't pay the €3,600 fine, 3 sixes go figure, you can actually get thrown into jail for 10 days. Now it's pretty biblical, isn't it?
Yeah,
yes,
that is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's not funny at all.
No, and Germany's following suit, Italy's following suit, Spain's following suit, and the rest of Europe will do it. It's funny how you don't see these mandates in China, Russia, and third world countries. So
that's because it's already there. Don't worry about that.
Right.
They've already got that covered. Okay.
So you know, Australia will follow suit. That would be my guess. And there's not a damn thing we can do about it. Yes, it would be nice if it all went away and that sort of thing, but Revelation actually says the opposite. So if it's written, it's written. That's just the way it is. And prepare accordingly. That's the way you should be doing it. You know, putting your hope in some sort of you know, let's say the UAP party and all that sort of thing. You know, we can't put any of our faith or hope in man or the system because it's already written in Revelation that this is going to happen. That's the way it is. As I said, prepare accordingly. Okay, so that's I just wanted to show you that as well. And I will get back onto the topic um, um, with our next article that I've got up, and this has got to do with Israel. So I'm just going to touch on a few subject, guys, and as I said, in this channel actually really implores people to do their own research. This is
Yes,
what
we
we've
do.
come up with.
That's
This is
how
what we've
we
come
do
up
it.
with.
You
Okay.
find out so much more if you
Yeah.
start digging yourself.
That's right. That's right. And this is what we've come up with, you know, and I mean, it all has to refer back to scripture and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah, do we miss things? Yeah, we miss things all the time. You know, sometimes we've been wrong, and we will admit that. We don't claim to that we know everything, and I think that's very dangerous. But I mean, we're all on the same page here, I think. So now,
Yeah.
this sort of like went under the radar. This went under the radar, and I'm surprised I didn't see any real Jewish kickback of this, otherwise, if it's been suppressed. That's something. sorry. That's something I don't know, but I think this is very, very significant. Because we know Chrislam is going to be the new religion. You have a look what's been built in the UAE and those sort of things, and the same sort of things, not the same sort of fashion that's being built in the UAE with the Abrahamic house, but there's going to be those one world churches. And they're actually going to use a lot of Christian churches to bring in the one world religion. Okay, so they're going to use Christian churches to do it. So they don't really need to build any other. They need a HQ in the UAE. Yeah, fine. So they'll just use Christian churches to bring in the world religion. So now I came across this, and as I said, with COP26, Charles, his announcement, him going to Jordan, him going to Egypt, all those parades over there. Now you've got this. So I'm just trying to sort of like keep building on all the other live streams that we've done, if there's any connections and that sort of thing. And I think this is quite a good connection that fits in with the narrative of in the end days, in the end times that we're in now. So I just quickly want to read something to you. It's 138 UN nations call Temple Mount solely by Muslim name, Haram al-Sharif, as UN singles out Israel 7 times. Rest of world, 0. So as you can see, it says in the Bible that everyone will turn against Israel, you know, hate the nation, and the Israel that we know. I'll put it that way. So I just quickly want to read this to you, and you can start to see quite a link to everything that I've been saying. So New York, 4th of November 2020. This is in 2020, and it's actually been passed anyway, and was passed this November. United Nations GA committee today adopted a resolution that referred to Jerusalem's Temple Mount solely by its Muslim name, Haram al-Sharif, one of 7 resolutions passed today that single out or condemn Israel with 0 on the entire rest of the world. The UN today showed contempt for both Judaism and Christianity by passing a resolution that makes no mention of the name Temple Mount, which is Judaism's holy site and which is sacred to all who venerate the Bible, in which the ancient temple was central importance, said Hill Neuer. That's quite Jewish and German, I'd say. Executive Director of the UN Watch, a Geneva-based independent NGO watchdog organisation. One of the other texts condemns Israel for repressive measures against Syrian citizens in the Golan. Another renews the mandate of the corrupt UN Relief and Works Agency, while another renews the mandate of the UN Special Committee to investigate Israeli practices affecting human rights of the Palestinian people and other Arab occupied territories. Now, just quickly, so as you can see, they're using the so-called Israeli aggression towards Syria and Palestinian to pass these resolutions. So it gives them the authority to sort of like do that. So they're I mean, like I said, everything's scripted. So you've got the crypto Jews into it. You've got the Jesuits, Illuminati, Mossad, and I mean, the list goes on and on and on. All 193 UN member states belong to the Special Political and Decolonisation Committee, or fourth committee that each year adopts the text with large majorities. Countries' votes are repeated in December when the GA plenary formally ratifies the text. So those texts have been ratified and that's been passed through. So it's another sign. And this, like Judaism and Islam, it's basically the same. In one way, it's the same sort of thing. If you have a look at the Noahide laws, you know what Islam does to Christians and all that sort of thing. It's off with the head. So that's why they've actually secured. They've secured this for the Muslims only, because it's going to be a Chrislam religion, basically ruled under Islam. It's going to have Catholicism, Judaism, and Islam all together. So it's basically the same thing. So I'll leave that in the description box. I won't read any more. What have I done?
I was just starting to send fruit emojis instead of happy faces, and it's funny because I sent Vernon one. And we were talking about chilies, like about something hot before. He'll get the joke. And then I put grapes after it. So yeah. I just thought, if you get fruit emojis, and I sent Matrix Men some pancakes, he knows what that means after, because that's the munchies. Okay. I'm just trying to have a good time today, because I've had a hard week, and what you're talking about is pretty heavy. So, try to keep it light. So, I've got a few new people in the chat.
It's like I have to banish you to the detention or something, so playing around little. And,
no, I've just got to get...
I'm going to have to put you all in detention. I'm joking.
I'm going to go into the FEMA detention bit. No, listen, I didn't mean to butt in, but what I'm just saying is it's good to have a break anyway, and then get into the next part, because it's pretty heavy stuff, man. What you're saying is pretty heavy stuff. Okay? I mean,
I try not to be, that's all. I'm trying to...
No, well, what you're doing is
I know.
No, well, the living stone. The truth isn't heavy. It's not heavy for us.
Yeah,
it's just that it's real, and it's heavy for some people who may be new and are just learning this stuff. Because I remember the first year when I learned about the enclosed system and all the other lies about lots and lots. It was a very hard 2 years. So the truth isn't heavy. Yes, it is. The truth is heavy, and you got to learn to live with it. And that's all I'd like to say to that, because the truth is the truth, though. You can't get past it. She might have meant it like that. So, but it's definitely, the truth. The truth shouldn't be heavy, but we have to digest it. That's all. All right.
Then so as you can see, that the UN has ruled on everything, because the papacy and the UN work in concert with each other. So you can see that, I mean, we don't need to talk about the UN, really. We know that they're a bunch of criminals. That's all they are. And everyone knows about, what they've got in the UN and how evil it is, so I'll leave it there. So you can actually see how things are really changing. It's going from one level to the next, one level to the next, one level to the next. So there's so many things happening on different levels. So that's why your head has to be on a swivel. It's very, very important. Just don't look at one thing. Look at 5 different things. They're saying, look here, look over there, see what's happening over there. So therefore therefore it doesn't hit you out of left field. So now, before I bring up the next one as well, so I'm just touching on a few subjects, because as I'm waiting for Biden and Putin and the JCPOA talks, which I've already had a look at it at the moment, and they're starting to fail, which doesn't surprise me. I just want to see the outcomes of that. Now, now before I bring up the other one, war. If everything else fails, they take you to war. That's just the way it is. So the thing is, it's war is an economy until it births new economies and all this sort of thing. Do I know which way it's going to go? No, I don't. I don't think anyone does. And just quickly, if you have a look what's happening in Russia and Ukraine, and then you have a look at China and Taiwan, then you have a look at Israel and Iran. So they're all talking big boy words and all that sort of thing. They've been beating their chests for a long time. You know, it's just a lot of saber rattling for trade and all that sort of stuff. So you've got to see what goes on behind it. And it's like when North Korea threatened, oh, we're going to launch this, we're going to launch that. So they launch their missiles and that sort of thing. And then the US comes back and gives them hundreds of millions of dollars worth of aid not to do it and all this sort of stuff. So it's a money-making business as well. And so do I know how it's going to go? No, no one knows how it's going to go. Will they crash the economy first? Don't know. Will they start war first? Don't know. But it's either going to go either way. And I've been following the Chinese economy as much as I can, and how things are playing out, because if you have a look at the amount of quantitative easing is money printing, and they're just printing into oblivion. They know that they can't pay it back. So that's a danger until itself, because it brings in inflation, hyperinflation, and it devalues dollars, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse. So then your currency becomes worthless. So they all want to go to a CBDC or a stable coin and that sort of thing. We had a law passed here. It's called digital identity, and digital identity is a point system. I wish I had the time to bring it up. I'll bring it up some other time. But the digital identity system is a social credit score system, and then that goes. So for them to actually activate the social credit score system, you've got to have a central bank digital currency or stable coin or whatever else they're going to bring out.
No cash, no
That's
cash,
right.
no
That's
cash.
right. That's right. So cash will be crash and trash. That's just the way it is, because they want to. They want to monitor every single transaction through a single system. So my guess is they've already brought out the digital identity. That's already been put in. So whatever money you've got in the bank, I mean, I would say the first thing is to make it mandatory, with the jibby, as I was talking before, they're going to start freezing people's bank accounts. They will do this, and I can tell you that right now. And then they're going to transition to a single digital currency. So they're saying, well, if you don't take the juice, we're going to freeze your bank account, and we've already gone to a CBDC, so your money's going to be worthless. So
that's exactly right.
So if you have a look, like I said, I do not believe the figures that they bring out who's been juiced. So and what is the best way to get 90% of people over the line is to hit their bank accounts, and these people will stop at nothing. That's just the way it is, and it says this in Revelation. So all I want to say to you is, you're going to a social credit score system. You're going to go to a central bank digital currency. They're going to will they have war first to crash that, or will they implement it first then go to war? That's something I don't know, and no one else does. So, but it's either going to go either way. And as we said, they said with the orange juice trial, it's gone from 2020 to 2023. It's the world's largest clinical trial. So this is what they've said. So I don't think I think that they might go to the digital currency first to get everyone over the line, take care of cash, get that out, then they go to war. That's what I've studied. That's what I've gone through. I could be totally wrong, but that's how I think it's going to go, because they want the system in place. You got the war, and then the AC comes out. Well, whatever. So I'm not even going to go down that road.
I am exactly behind you, 100%. We just can't see how it could go any other way.
No, that's right. That's right. So
it's in your face.
Yeah, so the thing is, I think that they want to juice as many people. They're going to try every method. They're going to hit your bank accounts. They're going to sign it into law. Once that's done by 2023, this is
Mm.
what they've said. I'm just going off their timelines here. You know, or their order's not going to be successful for very long anyway, because it says that in Revelation. But you know, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and then 21 Agenda 2130 and 2050 net zero emissions and all that crap. You're not going to get that far. Jesus, Yeshua won't allow it, and we
I don't
and
think so.
us believers know. And we're all on the same page about the timeline. You know, we've got what 2 or 3 years left, or maybe 4 years.
Yeah,
I don't
everybody's
date
feeling
set.
it.
I don't date set. We don't do, but we know the season, and it says that in the Bible. No one knows the day or hour, but we will know
Yeah.
the season. We will know the
Yes.
season. Um,
We're
so,
here.
so that's all we need to know. Typical me, I'm still trying to hone in, sort of like on an exact month, but that's just me. I'm
Nah,
an idiot.
I don't do
But
that.
yeah,
I just know it's
I
coming.
know, I know, I know. It's just me
It's coming.
being
Yeah,
stupid.
you want to
So,
be
so,
no, but I tell you what, you have
mm,
been. What you have done is made sure that we were prepared for this time.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
now
That's
that
right.
I'm ready, and now that I'm ready to flee, I'm
Mm,
just about ready. I have to get up there in the next couple of days now.
mm,
So,
mm,
um, it's all time. We're all been given. My good friend Vernon, who is here in the chat,
mm,
will vouch that he was given a
mm.
dream, that it's
Yeah,
time
yeah, yeah,
to get
yeah.
everything. And that's for everybody too, I think. It's
Mm,
not
mm,
just a dream. He said it wasn't for him, the dream.
mm,
And if he wants to
mm.
share it, that's his thing, because
Yeah,
I keep his privacy. But
yeah.
I think
Now I
that
just sure.
we're at the cusp, at the edge. Not at
Mm.
the edge. We've already gone over the falls. Just waiting for that kaboom.
Mm. Yeah, so the thing is, I just saw on, sorry, I just saw on
Go for it.
one of the comments. I didn't see who would do it. You know, buying gold and silver is just not worth it, and I can tell you because you'll be throwing it in the streets. It'll be worthless.
Throwing it
So,
in the streets.
well, and what throwing it in the streets means is, if you have a look at World War One and World War Two, they seized everyone's gold. So it doesn't matter. They can seize everyone's gold. So that's why they're going to. This is what I think they're going to go to a worth. It's going to be worthless anyway. Central bank digital currency is worthless. It's just control, and you're going to go onto non-fungible tokens. So it's going to be
It's
worthless.
credit
It's
score.
worthless. That's right.
It's
That's
a
right.
credit score, if
So so
anything.
so you know, you'll be throwing your gold and silver in the street. So it doesn't matter, you know, basically what you got. If you're not juiced or you got the smart patch or whatever it is, I don't. You know, either one or the other. I don't know. If you haven't got that, your gold and silver's worthless, and that's just the
Yes.
way it is. So now, if people have been following the economic situation in China, it has been very interesting because they are the world's second largest economy. I think they're the biggest economy, to be honest. That's what I think, because
They are, yeah.
America's been in debt for so long, because all your companies from all around the world, they've shifted all their headquarters over there because labour is cheap. They build things fast and they build things on the cheap as well. So that's why you don't see a lot of industry left in Western countries anymore. So this was all by design, of course. And because they've already got the communistic system, they've already got the credit score set up there, they basically work for nothing. And if you have a look how the normal Chinese worker lives, it's very, very eye-opening, you know. And if you see, even if you go into their lunchrooms and how organised it is and how the companies provide for these people, and it's just a totally different system. It really is, you know. So whatever happens there is already being implemented in here now. And if you have a look at, I've just been really having a look at Evergrande, but then you've got, which is a real estate company. Now, Evergrande is basically $400 billion in debt. Now, to put that in perspective and scope, That's basically the whole GDP of Japan. So if that falls down, it's the whole GDP of Japan. Everything like that just collapsing. That's a whole. It's unreal. So then you've got another real estate company called Fantasia. They're about $150 billion dollars in debt. And then you've got a knock-on effect with all the others. So if you have a look at Evergrande, you have a look at your big asset and equity companies in America and everywhere in the Western world. They've all invested into that. So this is, it's all by design. It's all by design to crush the whole system and bring in the system of control. So now if you have a look at your asset and equity companies, just your big ones, your Blackstone, your Vanguard, your BlackRock, your Sercos, all this sort of stuff, they've all invested in the real estate market. And if you study the real estate market, it's just booming at the moment. And as I said, you've got the QE, the quantitative easing, and the money printing just getting all this monetary methadone just getting pumped into the markets and everything. I mean, how can you have a world shut down with all these restrictions and all these people losing their jobs and the markets are just flying? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And it's just the bigs getting bigger.
Dear.
They're just buying it all up. And when this thing goes down and when this thing crashes, it's going to be horrific. And I mean, you think the 2008 GFC, the global financial crisis, was big, mate?
Run to the hills.
That is not even a pin drop in the ocean.
I know. Nothing really happened. I knew some people that went down and that, but this is on a scale unprecedented. And already the shops around here that I've been looking purposely, I would say 70% of small businesses, the doors are closed.
Well,
70%.
Yeah, there's a lot still trading. There's a lot still trading, but they're actually insolvent. See, this is the thing. So they're just milking it for as much as they can. So let's say you've got a small business. You've taken out a $300,000 loan. You've got about $5,000 in rent to pay. Let's say $5,000. You've got to pay in rent a week. So that's a monthly basis of $20,000. Then you've got a $300,000 loan on top of that. Then you've got inflation, hyperinflation coming into it, which actually add to it. And then you've got all your materials to supply the business. You're paying sometimes up to between 40% and up to 200% if you're in the building industry, and it just keeps going up. So this is what they're doing.
Everything's crashing.
Collapsing. Yeah,
now,
everything's collapsing.
And I do think, March would be, and if it's not March, it'll be June in this country, because June is our tax time. But then it all depends when they're going to do something to New York. When they do the event, which is on St. John's Cathedral in New York, it is carved on pillars, which we showed on pillars at St. John's Cathedral of the tidal wave. That wasn't the wave that went through the other day or the other week on the month. That was just a little bit. It's on the money and it's on the temple. And once they do that, then everything crashes. That's when they can rebuild from there. They have to get rid of that. They have to get rid of America.
So the thing is, I think, yeah, well, that's right. And how would I try and put it in simple terms? If you
La Palma won't hit the US. What they'll do is, because the wave actually won't do that. I know how they work, and what would happen is that wave wouldn't reach. So they will actually activate some sort of fusion in that harbour, and that will take out the city. And it won't be because of La Palma, but La Palma will go. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's going to blow into pieces. Sorry I intervened then, but I just saw, Ray had a least comment there.
Yeah, no. So So the thing is, now, I mean, if you have a look at what America's doing, they keep raising the debt ceiling every year, and they just keep raising it and raising it. I think they're about 35 trillion dollars in debt, and now, so have a look at that. It's the biggest economy. Now you've got China. Basically, their whole real estate industry, it will collapse, because basically all their projects and everything that's going on in China are not even half finished, and they're basically worthless. So you won't have the Chinese government coming in buying it up, because already people with all these projects that they started, all these people, they've lost so much money already and they can't repay it. So you can see it's just level upon level upon level. And you know, I mean, if you study ghost cities and all that sort of stuff, I think they're probably used for something else. But a lot of them are actually, how would I put it? A lot of those ghost cities are just useless. I mean, they're worthless. They're worthless. So this is where a lot of the debtors come in. And so 29% of the Chinese GDP is in real estate. Now, if as I've said before, if you get a 2% crash in the GDP of a country's GDP, that is just diabolical. But imagine a 29% crash. That's going to have shockwaves. It's going to have shockwaves for the stock market, real estate market. It'll all crash. And people say, oh, well, look, I'll buy a house when it all crashes. Well, then your money, with the whole crash, your money goes anyway, so you won't be able to buy a damn thing. That's just the way it is. These people aren't going to crash everything, keep your money in the bank, and then you buy everything on the cheap. It defeats the purpose of what they're trying to do, to bring in this one central bank digital currency. This is what they want to implement. And like I said, if you go on to, and everyone's seen this, if you have a look on the Jibby patent, it says 060606. Okay, so that's the number of the beast. So it's got the number in it, and that's part of your credit score system. This is what I've come. To believe, and that is part of which is your credit score system, and monitoring your money and your CBDC through that sort of stuff. So I won't go into it, but I think you guys have actually have already looked into it yourself. So if we just bring up the next one, Mess, that would be good, and then we'll basically know what I'm trying to say here. All will be lost. Financial crash fears as 24 billion now at risk after Evergrande statement. Now, their total debt is, some say 300 billion, some say 400 billion. I think it's around $408 billion, $408 billion in debt that they actually borrowed, which cost them nothing. And then they can't pay it back. So, yeah, for a loan. So I'll just read the article here and you'll see what I'm talking about. Global financial crash, debt rid China Evergrande revealed it may not to pay back money to investors, which are all the investors I was talking about in Western countries, big asset and private equity firms that have invested in the real estate market in China. So they're going to lose everything as well. So which has put risk up to 21.8 pound in international bonds, one expert has claimed.
Governor,
so
are you moving around?
That's in bond repayment. No.
Paul,
no.
are you moving around because you're cutting in and out?
No.
Is it cutting in and out for anybody else, or is it just
Is
me,
that better?
guys?
No, it could be you.
Talk again.
You're cutting in
I
and
think
out.
it's.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be because I haven't moved. Are you there?
All right, we'll just keep going.
Just don't move around. If you're talking, I know that you sometimes when you're talking. Okay, you need to move.
Yeah,
it's not me. No, it's
I'm doing cartwheels.
You're actually going to have to change position. It's you.
Got it.
It's not me.
So as I'm saying, okay.
Cutting in and out.
It's always me. It's always me.
Well, it wasn't me.
so as I'm saying, I know. 24 billion. So that's just in international bond payments. That's international payments only. So if we just keep going down, mate.
Paul,
Okay.
I need you to get closer to the hard drive, where your internet comes out of. Ask Jamie, can you go and sit next to the computer there?
I've got full coverage here. It's saying I've got full coverage.
Okay, no worries, because everyone was saying it's you. It's not me.
Okay.
He's cutting out worse. It's getting worse. Hang on, we got to look at the comments here, please.
Okay, I'm just having a look at it now. Much better, she said. Fiji said it's much better. Okay.
All right, that's it.
Can everyone hear me? Is it better now?
Don't move from there, and we're all good. We're all good to go. Sorry, guys in the family. I'm very sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Okay, so, the company, which is one of the largest in the world, delivered a statement to Hang Seng Stock Index informing the organisation liquidity issues may impact its ability to repay investors. So the investors were those big companies I was talking about, the global big companies, your big asset and equity firms. Following this, Dr. Marco Metzler, senior analyst for Deutsche Markt Screening Agentur, said 23.7 billion in international bonds is now at risk. So they're talking about the international bonds held by other companies around the world, so they're not going to be paid. Who was also invested in Evergrande had previously told Express UK the property giant had missed 5 deadlines for bond interest repayments. So if they're going to miss 5 bond interest repayments, then they're not going to make any more. They're not going to make any more repayments. So you just kiss their ass goodbye. That's just the way it is, and it's only just going to snowball and get worse. So commenting on Evergrande's statement to Stock Index, Dr. Metzler said, "We are vindicated by this official statement. We have still not received the interest on our bonds, which is diabolical, although it has been widely reported in the press that interest payments have been made on bonds where interest payments were past due in October and November. They didn't make any repayments. They said that they did, but they didn't, and that's something that I know. So the declaration represents an event of default for all 23 outstanding international bonds valued at 23.7 billion. So what I'm trying to say here is they've defaulted on their interest bond repayments of 23.7 billion. So if they can't make a payment on that, how in the hell are they going to make a $400 billion repayment back on their debt? It's not going to happen.
Well, that's right.
So almost all will be lost, and also has huge implications for the CDS markets and Evergrande bonds used as a collective, as mentioned in my last 2 posts. Last Friday, Evergrande released a statement to the index saying, in light of the current liquidity status of the group, there is no guarantee that the group will have sufficient funds to continue to perform its financial obligations. Now, go and tell that to a bank if you owe a mortgage. What do you reckon they're going to do? It's that simple. So due to the statement, the government of China, Guangdong province, has summoned Evergrande chair, whatever his name is. It is estimated the company's debt totals £221 billion. That's over $400 billion. So if they can't make their
that, man.
Yeah. So if they can't repay their bond interest, their interest bond repayments and their just the interest on their bonds to their overseas companies who invested in them, how the hell are they going to pay the $400 billion back? Okay, so once 29% of that GDP of the real estate market in China goes, like I said, 2% is diabolical. You wait to 29% crash. Okay, you'll feel the shockwaves. You'll feel the shockwaves everywhere. So this is what I'm trying to. So I'm just going to cover. They're the topics I wanted to cover today. Just a bit of what's happening in the economy. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. It just really isn't. Once you see how they're really going about things, and then what's happening at the Temple Mount, and then what's happening in the EU, so you can see how it's all melding together. And when it melds together, it's just basically a massive, it's just a massive crash. So when will the crash happen? I don't know. We've all heard the Build Back Better crap that they've been talking about. That goes for the juice as well, to build back better with the juice, to build back economically, and all this sort of stuff. So it's all going to tie in together. So once everything crashes, they build back better, and the crash will happen sometime in 2022. That's my estimate, and that's what I've studied. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm getting at the moment. Yeah. So that's everything that I've got today. And your microphone sounds really funny, sis.
Me?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. It does. Can everyone sort of like hear me okay? Am I coming through clear? Yeah, so just give me a thumbs up if I'm clear, guys. If you can hear my voice clear, that'd be good. And so then I can say it's not me. But yeah, you still there, sis? Okay, everyone can hear me fine?
Yeah, my
that's
mic's
cool.
fine.
And
my mic's fine.
Okay. Oh, you're back nice now? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I was just sitting in the background listening to you.
Okay. Yeah, so it must be a connection.
So where do we go
so
from here?
That's all so where do we go from here?
I can tell you. Let's have a little talk about Yummy Crumb and about all the coincidences and about, I'm sure the people have put a lot together now, but there's still some things that others might have picked up on that we didn't. And this is what we need to know, because it was in that movie. It was about an alien that comes and inhabits humans and kills them. Now, that is the name of the new disease, so that when they give you the VC for that, for Omicron, Yummy Crumb, let's call it, well then you're getting Yummy Crumb in you, and that means Yummy Crumb is that devil too, because COVID is Ovid, D-O-V-I-C, which means in Hebrew, of all languages, to be possessed by an evil spirit. So all these people that have taken it have been possessed by an evil spirit. However, I will never say that maybe they can't be saved. I am not the Father. No. I will not judge that. They may be able to. But I tell you what, when the true mark comes and they have to do everything by the book, see, they've still got freedoms, but once every single freedom's taken off them, like it has been with us already, because us who are doing it, I've let go of the world. You've let go of the world. I know we have. There's nothing I'm going to miss out there. The only thing I need is food and my family and shelter and warmth. That's it. I'll go in the bush. I don't care. But what I'm saying is, oh, jeez, look, this is it. They're coming after everybody now. We must be prepared. The time is now. Vernon knows. He had a dream, and he knows, and I believe his dream was from the Holy Spirit. Now, I know it's time. Something's going down big time. It is time for everybody. I know he'll hide us under his wings, but at least
it's been going down for ages, actually, and just people are too. Yeah, people are just too damn ignorant. That's the way it is. And
we've been doing it. Yeah. Well, I'm actually leaving my home of 12 years. I mean, to me, this is a big deal. I'm leaving my home of 12 years. I've got so many memories here, but stuff it and walk away from it all. You know what I mean? It means nothing.
Oh, it'll all return back to normal. Nothing's happened. We're all living on Ramsey Street.
Do you know what the Father said? He'll give you tenfold if you follow him. Come on. You don't need all this crap you got anyway. Get rid of it. Jeez.
Everything.
So, you know, I mean, your TV, your movies, you know, I'm not talking about your bed and your pillow and all that. I'm talking
Mm,
about the things that are just so irrelevant. Really, you can live on food, a good book, which is the Bible, and you can have other little books that are, you know, not going to, you know, pollute your mind. You can do that. But, I mean, boy, we're going to get down to nothing, the bare essentials. And that's how
mm,
it used to be in the 70s when we were kids. Because we didn't have internet and that. We had our skateboards and our bikes. So I'm trying to get a little bit of positivity back into this here. Because
yeah,
we had a life. And it
mm,
was great compared, even my children, they at least got out and did things because they made, well, we raised them in the country, in the cane. And I tell you what, I was raised in the country too, and there is nothing like it because it makes you more prepared for what is coming now.
mm,
So everybody needs to just make those last adjustments you have to, whether they be spiritual or physical.
mm,
Make your last adjustments, as in if you have guilt or hate or something in your heart, and I can talk because I do for something, so I can talk. If we have these things in our heart, we need to get rid of them now. And it's very, very essential we do. Can people hear what I'm saying?
yep,
Okay. Because I know this is very close now, and I've never been like, oh, it's coming. I've said it's coming and everything, but I've never been as serious as I am now.
mm,
It's just around the corner. So I think what I would like to do, I really felt in my spirit too, that there's somebody here that really wants to say something. And it's not somebody that we suspect. Like, it's not Vernon. I just had a feeling that somebody wants to, if that's you, can you drop it in the chat, whoever you are? If you've got something that you really need to say about about what's happened and how close you know it is, if you've had something happen to you, please feel free to say yes, that's me, and I'll drop you the link, and you can come and tell us what you can have an icon, and you can tell us what it is you need to say. Because there's somebody here that needs to say something. I can just feel it. And I looked up and it says 66 in top chat. Can you believe that?
mm,
No, it's, you know. But I just feel there's somebody here that really, really wants to give a message. It's not just say something. Because I give messages all the time. But I'm not doing that at the moment. My voice is horrible and I'm doing the best I can just hanging in here. So is there anybody in there that would like to come on and have a chat just for 5 minutes? Is no pearls before swine here? There goes my voice. There goes my voice. Hang on a sec. I'm trying to look in the chat, guys. Help me out here, Growler. Have a chat to him. Pupil. Growler? I've lost him. Yeah, okay, look. Let's do this. Drop the link, please, Messi. Excuse me, guys. I got a cough. Paul Levi, would you like to join the chat for a minute? Paul Levi. Don't know if you heard me, but I was just asking if you'd like to join the chat. Sorry about so much dead air, guys. You know that we try not to do that, but I just thought that we might open it up for a little bit and see if anybody wants to tell us something amazing that's happened, a miracle, or there must be somebody that would like to talk. If not, we're going to wrap it up. Growler, is there anything
Yes.
else you would like to say?
Yeah, I just don't believe the MSN hype on war at the moment, because I think I've got it right. I really do. I think I've got it right that they need their numbers first.
Yep.
They're going to establish the system. Once they've established their system, once they get the numbers, then they go to war.
Yep.
That's the way it is, and it finishes, this so-called clinical trial finishes in 23. But hey, look, who knows? I mean, Russia and Ukraine might have a bit of a fight with which crashes the financial system. So even look at that. It could be fought on three fronts, but I don't think that will happen yet. I think it's a lot of chest beating and all that sort of thing, and it's a lot of it's going to happen. Don't get me wrong, it will happen, but I think they've got to get their numbers first. They're not going to stop. Not going to stop at anything to get those things into arms. So once they get their numbers, that's when they move on to the next system. It's a multi-level layered approach here. So that's how they work. We're at war. You're at spiritual war, you're on physical war, you're on psychological warfare, you're on a whole lot. So don't be distracted just by one thing. Don't be distracted. Just don't keep your eyes on one thing. Keep your eyes on 5 different things. Keep your eyes on the economy. Keep your eyes on what's happening in Europe. Keep your eyes on what's happening in China, Middle East, all this sort of stuff. And that's my advice. And anyone that's been in the military here and knows what have studied military strategy better than what I have. I've studied it all my life. So I just really want to push that towards you guys. Don't concentrate on one thing, concentrate on 5 things. Okay, that's very, very important.
Yeah, look over here, look over there, look everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, we're going to bring Vernon in.
Yep.
He's going to share something that happened this morning that was between... Yeah, well, he'll tell you anyway. You should be in soon. But I would like to say, in the meantime, thank you guys, all of you. DJ Nazi, welcome. Joanne Herring, excellent to see you. Yeah, Joanne, Rayetta Lee. Karen D, Real Bible, Real Life. Wow, you're here, always here. Michael Gaskell, I've seen you around way before, so I made you a moderator. Karen D, yep. Cheyenne, I said it, Cheyenne?
Yep.
I got it.
Cheyenne's a legend.
Cheyenne, I got it. Roxanne, I love Roxanne. Roxanne! No, I still can't sing it with his voice. Oh my gosh. Melissa Helm, Dwayne,
and Reed Romans
Spencer.
10. Cheyenne's a legend.
Reed Romans 10. What's all that noise in the background? Who have we got here? That's
I think it's just a bit of a delay. I think I heard it myself. And Fudgy. I want to say hi to Fudgy.
Hey Fudge, we love you, sweetheart.
Fudgy.
Keep those emails coming. I tell you what, that last email you sent me with that guy, oh my gosh. If I could play it on YouTube, I would, but I can't. I might leave the link for it in a walk talk video. So guys, just keep a lookout for a link.
Sticks is in the house too. I just want to say a big hi to Sticks.
Yeah, hey Sticks.
And
but I'll leave that link for fudge, caramel fudge. Just look up that one.
And Rin Tin Tin.
Rin Tin Tin. Hello, sweetheart.
Yep.
Okay, so what do we got going now? We've got my best friend in the house.
Okay. Is he in?
Unmute. Vernon, just unmute. That's all you got to do.
I'm here.
There you go. How are you?
Bernie, brother.
I'm good.
Good.
And what do you got for us, big fella?
I'm here, but I'm hearing a lot of feedback. It must be me.
Okay, you
Ah,
could
you
turn it off and come back in.
I'm
You
going
can
to try to
stop
do
it.
that.
Yeah, do that. It does
you
work.
sound good on my end.
Okay.
Sounds good on my
No,
end.
doesn't. No, if it's no good for him, it doesn't work.
Ah, okay, cool.
Go out and come back in, friend. It's the only way to fix it, Growler, sometimes.
Cool. That's all right.
Hey, Growler, what's the
Yeah.
weather like up there?
Yeah, it's cloudy. They've been spraying.
Cloudy? Yeah,
Been
here
spraying
too.
here. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. What are they hiding? What are they hiding at the moment?
The Nibiru system. I don't know.
Well, it's not the Nipper,
Whatever.
it's Wormwood.
Yeah,
You
wormwood.
know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, far out. Something's going on. Or they could be covering up the war that's starting in heaven.
True.
The war, because heaven is the sky is the first heaven, the firmament between the third heaven, and then the third heaven, the firmament between us and the third heaven, and then third heaven's where Father is. I was just laying on my back then exercising. That's why I sounded even funnier. Oh, I'm trying to stretch. I feel like I've been hit by a truck.
Sure. Not a concrete truck.
I used to drive them, and I know what it feels like. Oh, yeah, I got hit by a concrete truck.
Yeah.
Oh,
sharpest blade is in. Hey, Blade.
Yeah,
good to see you, mate.
Yeah, he's
good to see you, Blade.
Go give Sharpest Blades channel some love, please, guys. He's a good guy.
And real Bible, real life too.
Vernon, how you going? Let's chat. Unmute again. Just remember, because it always probably defaults to mute. Usually does default to mute. Is anyone seeing things? I know Beck mentioned a while ago that she was curious if anyone else is. Did we lose him again?
No,
he'll come back. No, he'll come back. Sometimes these things happen. But anyway, let's chat. I was just going to say, there are a lot of strange things happening with coincidences. Is anybody else having it happen? Or, it's all right, I'm just going down here for a sec. Got to get a coffee. Or coincidences such as it can't be a coincidence. Like that's strange. Like things happening one after the other that are exactly the same. And I'm not into new age, you know me. I'm straight down the line. But I tell you what, if you want to talk about Matrix and all that sort of weird stuff, there is some weird stuff happening. Really strange. And I can't put my finger on it. And I know that I've seen a couple of things. I've seen a couple of demons in the last few days. Actually seen them. And remember, was that you? Oh, yeah, when you were last here, Growler, and I told you I saw that thing float past. Remember? Yeah. I would never say something like that unless I saw it happen. And then the other thing is coincidences with people that you know. So you're talking to someone and they'll say, blah, blah, I only just found out yesterday, and you'll go, oh my gosh, I just was looking at that yesterday. Like there's been things like that happening that have been just so off the wall that you like things that you just wouldn't normally even be thinking about, and other people are getting the same message. Please explain. Do you know what I mean? It's going off the charts, the coincidences. That's another reason I know that I have to leave, because there's too many coincidences. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm very hungry. I just came to the kitchen.
Okay. Yes, we can hear you grazing. So yes, yeah, that's right. So I just wanted to ask Fudge if she's still in the house. What's happening on the ground where she is, and um, because I know that what's the date today? The new Victorian pandemic bill comes into effect on the 16th, so they won't have it on the legislation amendment board in Victorian Parliament yet. That comes in on the 16th, so I really want to go through that and show people actually what's going to happen in Melbourne. It's 113 pages, but that's all right. I'll just go through that and underline everything. But there will be if they order masks on and that sort of thing. After the 16th of December, it's a $22,000 fine. They can fine you up to $22,000 if you don't wear a mask.
Wow,
So
that's a
these are the
lot.
yeah, so this is what the new so-called pandemic bill is all about, and it will be given royal assent. Royal assent's a load of crap anyway because we're not under the crown because Australia is just a corporation anyway, the US. But yeah, they're going to give it royal assent and sign that into law. So the amount of fines uh, that are associated with this new pandemic bill, which is part of the new climate change bill, all this sort of stuff, and how they're going to regulate farming and how they're going to regulate this and regulate what people own, and it's going to be horrific. So I will try and get that up as soon as possible when it comes on the 16th, and it's going to be a long live stream about that bill. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, where's is Fudgy still in the house? If Fudgy's not in the house, that'll be fine. But yeah, it's 2022 is just going to be very. You thought 21 was bad, you wait till 22 comes in. So it's not going to be much fun at all. And yes, Cheyenne, June 6, 2022 equals 666. Yes, it does. So maybe we've got to look for something in June as well. But it's all just going to really start snowballing as of from next year. All I can say is be prepared, guys. That's what it's all about. But get your spiritual house in order. That's your most important thing, because that's what's going to get you. That's what's going to get you to eternity with our King. Nothing else is more important. Your soul is totally priceless, and make sure that you know you can just walk as best as you can and as quick as you can. That's my take on things. So I can't push that enough. Vic Governor given petition with 150,000 signatures not to sign off the bill. Yeah, well, the problem is I know what you're saying there. I know what you're saying there, Fudge. But the United Nations is in control of Melbourne, and there's not much you can do about it. And this bill will be passed. That's just the way it is, and most likely it'll go national at some point. So Victoria is basically the test centre because it's run by the UN Strong Cities Network that I've actually done a fair bit of information and presentations on. Can people hear me?
Yes, they can. I'm just trying to find what happened to Vernon.
Right, okay.
I'm just sending him a private Facebook message to see what happened because he did want to come on. It was quite important.
Right. Yeah.
He did have something to share, and it happened. It only happened last night, so we'll just see what happened there.
Thank you, Tammy. Thanks, Tammy.
Listen, Messi. Yep. Okay, I know what we can do, guys. We have something good for you. Messi, could you please pull that video up? How about that? So we're just going to play you something a little bit different. I don't know. We found it quite interesting, to say the least. Oh, interesting is not the right word, but I sort of don't want to give it away, so I'll just let you decide for yourself. but I'm sure he's going to bring it up for us. And it was the only really thing that I had, actually. Is he there? He could have stepped out. Let me go and see.
Ah, here he
He's,
is. No, he's
there
playing
we
it.
go. Oh,
Big
just took a
big,
minute.
It's a cool morning, and he's fucked. You better come get it. This ball, I can't walk past this snake. I can't walk. Whoa.
It's the end of that one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I was watching my tablet that was a second behind.
Okay.
I don't think, that was just hysterical when you see it. Should play it again. You might get it the second time. It's the noise the guy makes when the dog picks up. Oh yeah, when he sees it's a snake, the dog picks up the stick. It's very funny. All right, well we might. I guess we'll get going because
Yep. That's cool.
it's been a big week, and we will try and fill you in on anything else if anything else happens dramatically. About the Northern Territory, someone asked me about the Northern Territory. Now, look, I can tell you firsthand, I saw 2 videos of an Aboriginal woman who was pleading, saying they are taking my people. They are forcing my people. She did 2 videos. Then they got a hold of her, and she did a video going, oh, like she was static. You could tell. She was probably drugged. She went, oh, no, my people weren't getting, like she was on drugs. My people weren't getting taken away. Everything's fine. I didn't say that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was the biggest setup. Okay, they got it.
It's
She
happening
wasn't. I mean,
everywhere.
she was real, and she got the information out. However, they did something to her, and she was no longer the same. So it's just mind control. So they don't. Yeah, it's probably not even drugs. It's just mind control. Yeah, like Cheyenne said. Yeah. So it's happening, and they're coming here. They'll come into the cities very shortly. So as long as you're out of the cities, you'll be right. There won't be a problem. So, apart from that, all people can do, if they can't leave where they are, I believe if they're truly with the Father, that He will protect you no matter where you are. I do think that, can you drop the link again, Messi? I do think that there are people that, like Chris Levens, who needs to get out of where he is because he's right on the beach. So there are people that can make decisions to make sure that that doesn't happen to them. Okay. So it just depends on your situation. I understand that I think the Father will help everybody, no matter what. Okay, let's have a go at that audio. No, he's gone again. Okay, so spiritual warfare is absolutely off the rails, and it's coming from different directions, and all we can do is put on our armor. I was fighting it all the wrong way. I was losing my cool. I was just not doing it right, believe me, and I'll be the first to admit it. Because I'm not proud. I need to be able to be humble and repent, because that's the only way I'll get forgiveness. I can't hang on to my pride, but I'd love to say, "Oh, geez, I won that one." But you can't. It doesn't work that way. We have to be humble and pray for those who hate us. Pray for those who hate me. That's what we need to do. I think
Mm.
Vernon's what he has is not actually capable of doing this on this stream. There's something wrong with it.
Mm.
Yeah, Washburn Billy, let's all pray together now. Okay, I want thumbs up from everybody if you want to pray. Come on. Show me how many in the house want to pray. Let's do it. Let's go spiritual warfare prayer. Come on. Who can go spiritual warfare prayer? Yes. 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 Yep. Yes. 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 Spiritual warfare. Yep. Yes. Okay. All right. Keep going. Okay, guys. Let's do this. Okay. I need a Bible. And can you believe I thought I left my Bible out. I was sure I did. What the heck is happening? I had a red Bible and I had it right here. And look at all these thumbs up. Ah, well, yes, here we go.
Hey, big hi to Gary H. G'day, Gary.
Oh, Gary's in the house. Excellent. Good one.
How are you, brother? Let us know what's going on there.
Yeah, let us know what's going on over the pond. Now, I have something for you, Sten. Okay, hang on. Spiritual warfare. This is it. Hang on. Hang on. I'm sure I've got it here. But it's it's just impossible. We have to know what we have to realize, guys, is that they are already defeated. And that's just what I'm trying to find right here. There is. Okay, right, there we go. My voice sounds like shocking. I'm so sorry. It's just wonderful what I'm trying to find. Can you talk, Growler? Just fill me in
Yep.
while I'm...
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'll just say a quick hi to people, if that's all right. I've seen all you guys in chat, and I just want to say big hi to Gary H. Good to see you in, mate, and the beautiful Anne, of course, your number one sis. We love you very much. And Cheyenne, good to have you in, Cheyenne. And Carver Redeemed, you are awesome. Keep on keeping on. Mike Guyver is in. Sticks is in. Let us know what's happening, Sticks, and what you see happening as well, because you're in the force, if you know what I mean. That's all I'll say. Just let me know what's going on and what you think. That'd be great. And we've got lovely Dedra Higgins in. Good to have Dedra in. And of course the Fudge hugs. We love Fudge very much. Read Romans 10. Nick J's in. Kelly Keebo is in. Robin Schultz and the lovely No Pearls Before Swine. Thank you for coming in, sis. Mean a lot to us. Sharpest Blade is a legend. Keep doing what you're doing, mate. And Dwayne and Southern and Tricia and Josie and Rayetta and Vidgie and Rin Tin Tin, Donna, CD, the whole lot. Oh, I'm trying. And Washburn Billy and Data Junkie. Good to have you in, Data. Keep doing what you're doing, mate. Melissa Helm, great to have you in. DJ, great to have you in. And anyone else that I haven't? Karen D, good to see you in, Karen. Forgiven and Blessed, good to have you in, Forgiven. See you all the time. Hope everything's going well for you. Kelly L, the Living Stone, and anyone else that I haven't. And Roxanne, of course. I didn't say hi to Roxanne. Good to have you in. Tammy, good to have you in, Tam. Heaven Bound, Trucker 444. Yep, no worries. Good to have you in, mate.
That's
Drive hard.
Chuck. That's Chuck Middleton.
Chuck. Chucky. Good to have you in, Chucky. Hope
Chuck
everything's going well for you, mate.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
Hello, brother. I love you, Chuck. I love your videos. Everybody. Hey, Messi, could you please chuck Chuck's link in? Is it Is it? Hang on. It must be your new handle, which is Heaven Bound Trucker 444. If you could find that, please, Messi. And that's Chuck Middleton, everybody. Everybody
Okay.
knows Chuck.
Hi, Josie.
Now,
Sorry.
now guys, I really found what I wanted to tell you guys for the prayer. Okay? This is going to be our prayer. We're going to say it out loud, or you're going to say, just read it with me. There's Chuck Middleton's channel. Thank you, Messi. Okay. Listen to this, guys. This is our prayer, and then we'll pray after it. Please, everybody, listen. Livingstone, you can go blue. Okay? All right. Now, this is very important. This was written before the Bible. This is the Book of Enoch. Uh-oh, my battery power's low. I better quickly plug phone in. Okay. Now, here we go. This is the Book of Enoch. Am I still in the stream? Because my phone's gone funny.
Yep.
There I am. Okay. This is the Book of Enoch, and it's chapter 10. Now, please forgive my voice, guys. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to have a bit of a clear out cough before I start. Okay. This is the Book of Enoch, and this is for our encouragement. Listen to this. Okay? All the earth has been corrupted by the efforts of the teaching of Azazel. To him, therefore, ascribe the whole crime. To Gabriel also the Lord said, go to the biters, the reprobates, and the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication, the offspring of the watchers from among men. Bring them forth and excite them one against the other. Let them perish by mutual slaughter, for length of days shall not be theirs. They shall entreat thee, but their fathers shall not obtain their wishes respecting them, for they shall hope for eternal life, and that they may live, each of them 500 years. To Michael likewise the Lord said, go, announce his crimes to Samyaza and the others who are with him, who have associated with women, that they might be polluted with all their impurity. And when their sons shall be slain, when they see the perdition of their beloved, bind them for 70 generations under the earth, even to the day of judgment and of the consummation, until the judgment, the effort of which will last forever, be completed. Then they shall be taken away into the lowest depths of the fire of torments, and in confinement shall they be shut up forever. Immediately after this he, together with them, burn and perish, and they shall be bound until the consummation of many generations. Destroy all the souls addicted to dalliance, and the offspring of the watchers, for they have tyrannicized over mankind. That's what they're doing. Let every oppressor perish from the face of the earth. Let every evil work be destroyed. The plant of righteousness and of rectitude appear, and its produce will be a blessing. Righteousness and rectitude shall be forever planted with delight. And then shall all the saints give thanks and live They have and live until they have begotten 1,000 children, while the whole period of their youth and their Sabbaths shall be completed in peace. And in those days all the earth will be cultivated in righteousness. It will be wholly planted with trees and filled with benediction. Every tree of delight shall be planted in it. It shall have vines be planted, and the vine which shall be planted in it shall yield fruit to satisfy. Every seed which shall be sown in it shall be produce for 1 measure 1,000, and 1 measure of olives shall produce 10 presses of olives. That I'm going to skip a bit. Then shall all the children of men be righteous, and all the nations shall pay me divine honors and bless me, and all shall adore me. The earth shall be cleansed from all corruption, from every crime, from all punishment, and from all suffering, and neither again will I send deluge upon it from generation to generation forever. In those days I will open the treasures of blessing which are in heaven, that I may cause them to descend upon the earth, upon the works of the labor of man. Peace and iniquity shall associate with the sons of men all the days of the world, in every generation on it. Wow. Wow. What can I say? I don't know. Holy Spirit, let your presence fall. Oh, wow, I feel it. Peace be upon you. Peace be upon all of you. Or his peace. The peace that passes all understanding. Father in heaven, I thank you for everybody here. I know that you will cover us with your wings and our families. Save those who seem far away. Bring them closer. Show us not to fear death if that is our fate, which maybe some of us it is. Show us, prepare us spiritually. Take us to the dark realms if we need to go there. Scare us if we need to be scared, just so we know that you're there and that you love us. I thank you for every single thing I have and that I've had. I thank you for every single bit of help you've given me. And I know these people listening are doing the same, because you are our Heavenly Father and this is real. We really are talking to you. As, look, there are many of us thinking about you and talking to you right now. Please be with us. Help us through this. This is a mess down here. Give us the peace that passes all understanding, that no matter what decision we make, you will be there behind it and in front of it. I love you, Father, with everything I have. I'm trying to follow your way. I'll do everything I can, and I'm listening, and I'm following, and I'm coming even further now. I'm coming even further, so take these people further. Father, take them further too. There are steps that we have to step out of and not be scared, because you have us. You have our hand. We're only scared because we're scared in the natural, but there is no fear. So for all of those who are fearing, fear not, for he is with you. Fear not, for he is your Father. He will strengthen you and help you, and he will uphold you with his righteous right hand. Thank you, Father. In the holy name of Yahushua HaMashiach, protect us all. Bring us home. Let us be counted worthy to be in your company, in your presence. In your holy name, Yoshua. Thank you. Okay, what's going on with the stream? I had my eyes shut. Is Vernon there?
Don't know.
No, it's not working. Listen, guys, we've been going on 2 hours, so
Can you hear me?
yeah, and now I'm echoing. Why would that be?
I'm not sure.
Messy, he's fine and I'm echoing. In. What would that be? Hang on, let me make sure I've got my volume down. There we go. Are you there?
I'm here.
I can't even hear myself now. Okay. So, is it echoing for anybody in chat? Yeah, Beck's gone Borg. See, something's happened.
Can you drop and come back?
Yep, let's try that.
Okay.
How are you, Bernie?